Good morning, dear students. This is the first video of Economics Chapter 2. Chapter name is People as Resource, and this video is for the student of Standard 9. Students, I hope you all are fit and fine and you are preparing well for your upcoming examination, that is your first term examination, and this is a pen paper examination, so you will have to focus on that how you will write, how you will just submit the paper in a quick time so that you will not face any problem, because here we are going to conduct the examination which is pen paper test. So you will have to be ready with your material. Instruction had already been provided you on the WhatsApp. You just watch the video of Kishore sir, that will help you a lot. So in this video, students, we are going to discuss about the basic of people as resource, that why we consider people as a valuable resource. So you can see over here, it starts from one discussion from a child that what is human resource? Is it like land or labor? So two childs are just discussing with each other that what is human resource. So first thing it comes in our mind that we know everything about the different types of resources which are physically available to us, just like the building in which we are just living, our utensils, our bag, our whatever belongings are there, all comes in the category of resource because that is useful for us and somehow we are knowing how to make it. So all things are resources, but we generally neglect that we ourselves is also a valuable resource. Without us, none of the resources can be considered in a category of resource. Just apply your mind. Who will just tell anything a resource? Animal will tell or human will tell only. So it is human being who are just making the things more useful, more advanced and more valuable. It is human being who is adding the value to a non-living thing or a living thing. So that's why when we talk about human resource, we ourselves considered as a human resource because of our value, our skill, knowledge, education. We are very much having potential in us, and that potential we are just using in developing other resources. So obviously we are just better in comparison of land and other type of labor. So this girl is asking what is human resource. I think you got the answer, students, that what is human resource. Next, is it like land or labor? So obviously we are not like land or labor. Is it more than that? We are more than that. We are having our own value. Okay, land cannot get its own value on its own, but we can just enhance our value. What is human capital? Is it like rupee, paise or dollar? Now again this curious girl is asking that what is human capital? Whenever we just talk about the capital, it is related somehow with the money. So that's why this little girl has no doubt that okay, when we talk about the human capital, it can be just mean for the rupee or dollar. Is it more than that? What do you think, students? Our value can just measure in rupee, dollar or whatever the paise. We are more valuable. Okay, we are more valuable and our value cannot be just determined by or compared by the rupee, the paise or the dollar. We are very much precious resource because sometime we are just working for any organization, working somewhere, we are getting the salary, but inside our soul or inside our mind some supernatural power used to exist which used to suggest that follow the path of humanity, which is not related to the rupee, which is not related to the earning. Sometimes we used to do the charitable work, sometimes we used to offer the physical services, just like you visit the Gurudwara, there people are just polishing the shoe of other to just provide the services. People are just offering the food to the people who are hungry. So this way, this is just taught by the humanity only, and we are the superior race on this surface of earth. So that's why we cannot be just compared ourselves. No one can compare the human beings with the rupee or paise or dollar. Our value is more than that. Now see the next one, people as resource. So this chapter, as already I said, this chapter, people as resource, is an effort to explain population as an asset for the economy rather than a liability. So you should understand, student, that what is liability and what is the meaning of asset. Liability means burden. In simple way you can understand, liability means burden, and asset means if you are just having the value, if you are valuable, and after some time, right now you are just getting the education, after 5 or 6 years when you will just go into the job field, you will start earning, you will become very much valuable. So right now you are asset for your parent, later on you will become the capital. Okay, and in this way you will not enhance the country's GDP or increase the per capita income of yours, you will also increase the per capita of your family. Now you can see here, students, that people as resource is a way of referring to countries' working people in terms of their existing productive skill and ability. When we just consider people as resource, so it is a way of referring to countries' working people. Okay, because those who are not working, so they are the liabilities for the country. So those people we cannot consider as a valuable resource. Okay, but as they are also human beings, so right now or the day after, after some time, they will also just prove themselves. So this way, people as a resource is a way of referring to countries' working people in terms of their existing productive skill and ability, whatever the skills and ability they have, and according to that, if they are just working and getting earning and also just increasing the GDP or the national income, so that's why such type of working group are called as resource people. When the existing human resources is further developed by becoming more educated and healthy, we call it human capital formation that adds to productive power of the country, just like physical capital formation. Suppose that if a person or you just purchase land, so its value is limited. Okay, after 10 years or after 20 years, it depends on the nature of the government policy and other aspects also, that what you will get the value of that land. But if you will start studying, you will study very hard and collect knowledge from everywhere and become very much elite people, very much educated people, and you will become healthy also. So health and education is playing very major role in developing the human capital. Just now your responsibility is only there to study and just maintain your health, and your parents are taking the proper responsibility to give you such type of facilities. So right now you are asset. In future, after just getting after utilizing your potential, you will become human capital. This can seen directly in the form of higher incomes earned because of higher productivity. Here this is one note for you. You need to just practice it, that what do you mean by human resource. So once again, just see, people are considered as resource because they have skills, okay, mind and knowledge to do various things. Why we consider ourselves as valuable resource or human resource? We are also a resource because we have skills that we are using in different platforms, different fields. We are having mind, okay, that we are just utilizing to perform any work. Then after that, we are just hub of knowledge, okay, and that knowledge we are just utilizing to perform different types of works. We invented computer, we just invented airplane, okay. Earlier this was not possible by the people, but this is the mind of the people that allowed them to think beyond their limit, and today we are just expecting to reach up to the Mars and other planet. They invent different things, and through this there is a progress and we become technological advanced. right now we are just you are just getting the online classes and offline videos, so that also because of the human resource, that is because of our mind, our knowledge that we utilized to advance the technology. And see, right now we are having the technology to just interact with each other, online offline both. This helps us to utilize other resources effectively instead of wasting them. Best out of west, that you have heard, students. So this is the human beings who can just create. Nowadays people are just making the biogas, no, or gas they are, or energy they are producing by using the garbage waste or the vegetable waste. Recently it came in newspaper that government has announced in Bihar to collect the whole grocery, okay, or the vegetable waste from the vegetable market to produce the gas from that. Okay, so this way you can understand that these waste also can be utilized by the human resource. Thus, without the human resources, there will be no other resources. Without us, nothing can be called as a resource, because who will call them the resource? You can see here, we are the human resources, we are getting training and selected by the authorities, motivated by them, and we used to keep continuing our process. We are human resource. You can see different people are at a different stage of his life, okay, maintaining different status. One person standing, just keeping his hand on the tree, just talking to a farmer or a person who is poor in comparison of that person. Then after that, how a boy sitting there on the ground in torn shirt. So this shows the classes, okay, the status of the people. So it is in our hand that education, with the help of education only, we can just enhance ourselves, we can just improve our living condition, living status. Some questions are here, students. What do you mean by human resource? We discussed in this topic. You will have to write the answer of that. What do you mean by human capital? So health and education plays very important role in making human capital, because until the person is not healthy or educated, so till then he cannot give his best. So these two things you have to keep in your mind. One thing I want to say, that Bill Gates said that it is not your problem that you just take birth in poverty, but it is your fault that you die in poverty. Because we are the human resource, we are having the ability, we have the ability to enhance ourselves, but we are just lagging behind because of our own reasons, own excuses. So you can do whatever you want to do, you can achieve whatever you are fixing, whatever goal you are setting, you can achieve. Everything is in your hand. So give your best. Thank you everyone. Thank you very much.